top 10 shooting guards of the 2000s.
Yeah.
So, how you think this should go? Because I feel like we know what number one is. Or you feel like we should go through the nonsense at the bottom of the list then go to number one?
Yeah, I think starting from the bottom going to the top going to be the fun part. I mean, it's obvious. You know who number one is.
All right. So, let's get straight to it. Top 10 shooting guards to the 2000s. Who's going first?
Fuck it. I'll go first.
Go first. Then. Who you got?
Joseph Johnson.
That's my dog.
And
I don't have him at number 10. No, I don't. Just he's on the list, though.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. What you got?
ISO Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Coldest motherfucker. One of the coldest motherfuckers in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed 25 a night.
Mm-hmm.
And could drop 50 on you, wouldn't even crack a smile.
Bam.
And that's basically the reason why the Hawks became relevant in the mid-2000s.
He helped out the Phoenix Suns, too, now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had that 1 year with him, but he, like, really took off with Atlanta. It was
I get that.
Yeah, and if Phoenix would have kept him, they might have been able to make a little more noise than what they did, but, yeah, still one of the greatest shooting guards in that era.
Okay. Number 10, I put Brandon Roy.
I didn't put him on my list.
Yeah, short sample. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who you gonna have on your list that I don't have on my list, but I probably have a reason why I didn't put him on the list. Brandon Roy was he had a short-lived stint, or if that's how you want to put it. Bad knees. That was the end of his chapter. But I mean, let's be honest. When he was in the game, he was at least a top 2 or 3 shooting guard for a year or two. Okay, top 5. Top 5.
All right, this is my thing with Brandon Roy. Because it's kind of like another person that's on the list, but you're not holding them to a higher standard. It's like, you don't think the Brandon Roy hype train was just a little overhyped? Like, he was a good player, but people was like,
he number 10 on my list. I don't
like, people be talking about him like he was on Kobe level, and I'm like,
no, he had a good game. He had some good games.
Oh yeah, like I watched him a bunch of times, but it was like he was great. I mean, he was good, but I just don't think he was like great.
Okay, I see where this is going.
But that's why I didn't put him on the list, because I'm like, he had a short little career, and I kind of would go by.
I feel like I know who you're gonna have on this list, and Brandon Roy is better than him.
Wait, who I got on the list?
Who your number 9?
Rip Hamilton.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Whoa, what you about to say about Rip?
Nah, he on the list. I don't know who you have on this list that I skipped over. But we gonna see. All right.
I know more than you, so obviously you missed somebody.
Rip Hamilton, go ahead. Who you got on Rip? What you got on Rip?
The Mask.
The Mask?
He had braids. His name was Rip.
It was Richard, but okay.
I mean, yeah, but his mama named him Richard, but I'm gonna call him Rip. That What's his name? Rip.
It's Richard, but I got you. I see where you at with it. The fans are here with you, but legally,
if you pull out his birthday, you pull out his driver's license.
When he get pulled over,
ain't gonna say Rip, huh?
Ain't no Rip going on.
I don't even know who the fuck he is. He got to put a headband and a mask on.
Mr. Hamilton, you don't remember me?
Like, it's me, remember?
Oh, I'm gonna need you to take that mask off.
But yeah, he was a consistent scorer for that team. Mid-range game was sick. Like, I ain't about to rank his mid-range game, but it was up there.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Number 9, I got Joe Johnson.
All right.
You pretty much covered everything about him. He took off in the 2000s. Very underrated. Probably one of the most underrated players on this list. And if I'm going through all the names on here, he probably top 5 clutch.
Yeah.
So
Utah put him at power forward towards the end of his career.
Yeah, that's because the game was turned to small ball.
Well, he was like 6'6", probably 220. Well, he probably like 230. He was a big dude.
Yeah, if I go through this entire list, he definitely top 5 clutch. So
he still look the same till this day.
Yeah, that's true. He still get offers to get in the NBA. That's a good years.
Yeah.
Like, wow. People still trying to sign Joe Johnson.
That's crazy. ISO Joe.
All right. Well, now you at number 8?
Yeah.
What you got?
Vincent Lamar Carter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I mean, not the shit on Vince.
Okay, that's me about to shit on him.
People I got ahead of him, was a little more successful than Vince. Cause
Really?
I mean, he scored. He was a 25 points game scorer in his day, and he was like the greatest dunker of all time. But that's about it for him. Like of course he didn't win the championship. He was the closest he got was missing that shot against Iverson in 2000. Very underwhelming team with the Nets with Jason Kidd. They didn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, outside of that year in 2000, that was like his best year, like for us, like competing for a championship. And
Okay.
I look at it as like he spent the next 10 years just being a 6 man. And I ain't gonna knock him.
Well, that's outside 2000.
Yeah.
That's outside.
Well, yeah. But
right.
in the 2000s, like he was just not to sound like I'm shitting on him.
You
just a
did
dunker.
it again. Stop doing it then. Like,
I'm just saying,
like,
compared to the other people.
I'm not trying to say you're fat. I'm not calling you fat, but like, goddamn, like, what are you trying to call me fat?
I'm not trying to say your shoes ugly, but they're not Adidas, all right?
Hear me out. I get it. Now, before I say this, your shoes are not ugly at all. Like, you're doing it again. Like, okay, Vince at number 8.
All right, that's what I got. He's just a dunker, goddamn. Let me stop.
I got Rip at 8, man.
All right.
Besides the mask, the 4th or 5th best player on that championship team. Yeah, 4th or 5th. That's it.
The real question is, who you taking? Tayshaun Prince or Rip?
Tayshaun Prince.
Because of the defense.
Yeah, it's not like Rip had this crazy offensive game that was like, oh shit.
I mean, he was like that 18 and 20 point game.
Man, that's because we worrying about Sheed and fucking Billups.
Yeah.
Hey, them two motherfuckers like, y'all watch them. Then that's when Rip hit an off the glass shot. Okay, yeah, he got that.
That's the point of having a complete team, I guess.
Yeah,
you gotta worry about everybody.
I give him his props, but that's why my speech ain't too long for him. It's like, all right, you was on that championship team. You had decent defense, but Tayshaun was better. Offensively, you literally was better than. You was third best at best, and yeah, you was on that championship team. Let's not forget you started out with Jordan. Them now, don't get it twisted.
I think John drafted him. I think.
Probably so. All right, 7.
My number 7 is Walter Ray Allen.
All right, that's my number 7 too.
Like, again,
underrated.
Early 2000 Ray Allen.
Seattle
was a bad motherfucker.
Seattle, yeah.
Not even Milwaukee.
Okay,
Ray Allen.
that's fine too. Wait, you think Milwaukee was better than Seattle?
Milwaukee Ray Allen?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I think Seattle was better.
I guess maybe because Milwaukee had a more complete team.
True.
Like it was just him and Rashard Lewis just shooting up a bunch of threes in Seattle.
But damn.
Yeah.
Hey, dang.
Yeah. It was like,
I know it was a fan because that's that Kobe life. It was like, man, this dude.
Steven Jackson not a fan either. He constantly shit on Ray Allen.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. If you go by his whole career, what he did in 2010, if you're a devoted fan to somebody, like if you're a devoted fan to the Boston Celtics, I can see why you don't like him. Yeah. But and then he did get his second. His second championship off. People feel like off some snake shit. Like, damn, how you did that?
He didn't do nothing wrong.
No, they thought he was coming back. I'm going by Boston. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about neither one of them teams. I really give a fuck about Ray Allen, but I do gotta acknowledge Milwaukee and Seattle. Ray Allen was something to talk about.
They hold that against him. It's like they told him, like he's on the bench now for Avery Bradley, and he battles gonna get playing time, but they was gonna give him the money just cause. Like, why not go somewhere else when you still think you could play? Still got more to offer.
It's okay to be mad at him leaving, man.
It's
okay. Like they mad about it. It's cool, and he won a championship, so it's extra mad. I throw some hot sauce on that mad now. I'm mad, or I'm big mad. That's what they call it. Yeah, I'm big mad now.
I don't know. You tell me I can't hug my wife and kids, so I go to another podcast where I can hug my wife and kids. You gonna be mad?
If that's the deal breaker, then who am I? I'm not playing God or no man. So if that's the deal breaker, then okay.
It's gonna be 10 years later. Blizzard Blaze on YouTube. Yeah, that motherfucker just left.
On Vlad, yeah. break that shit down to 20 parts. Yeah.
Okay, Blizzard Blaze. How does it go? Yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, I got Ray Allen at number 7.
Yeah, I got number 7 too. So.
Oh yeah, shit.
Who you got at number 6?
I got Paul Pierce.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. I don't have him as a shooting guard.
Yeah, because when we talked about the other guy, he was like, yeah, he could make both lists. I was like, wait, Paul Pierce could do that too.
Okay, if you put Paul Pierce on here, that's your number 6?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so if I did it, Ray Allen would be my number 6. I'll drop Brandon Roy, but I wouldn't put Paul Pierce above Ray Allen. No.
I wouldn't. Well,
you did.
Just did. Yeah. I was about to say. I'm about to say about Brandon Roy, but yeah, cause it was like.
Oh shit! Nice. 2000. Oh,
Pierce was nice.
I would give it to him. I would give it to Pierce. I'll edge Pierce. Would I? No, fuck that. I'll edge Ray Allen on that one.
I'll edge Pierce because Pierce was more clutch.
Man, Boston was trash.
But you got to think about the early part of the decade when it was him and Antoine Walker.
They was alright, but they wasn't Milwaukee.
Milwaukee made it to the conference finals.
Yeah, they wasn't Milwaukee, and they wasn't Seattle. Like now, if you want to give them props for 08, that's the reason why he up there.
Shitwater when Ray Allen was there.
They was a playoff team.
They went to the playoffs that one year. When him and Ray Allen and Bruce Bowen was beefing.
Well, if you want, tell you what, we'll let the people vote on that. Who was better in the 2000s, Ray Allen or Paul Pierce? I will probably pick Ray Allen. Would I? Oh, that's actually a good one. Oh well, that's so I'll drop Brandon Roy out my list. So for anybody who keeping tabs,
right?
All right. We'll be in top 5 now?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in top 5.
You number 6.
Oh, okay. So my number 6, Trace McGrady.
Mac.
Yeah. Let's be honest. He probably my second favorite on the list if I go by who I like the most on this list. But man, T-Mac never got the first fucking round till he went to the Spurs. So like, he got all them great performances, but unfortunately no MVPs. And he pretty much was a great show. Scoring titles, but if I had to give, I mean, he won scoring titles, but he wasn't too far ahead of everybody else. He was like, he edged them. So,
yeah, he averaged 32. Kobe was like right there with 30.
That's what I'm saying. He always edged it. So, yeah, he kind of fell out my top 5 because I kind of gave somebody else a little more credit. But T-Mac, my number 6.
My number 5, Ginobili.
You bugging.
Yeah.
You bugging.
Why?
You bugging.
What, it was too high, too low? Or you should have been on the list?
That's definitely too low. You being a fan right now.
Yeah.
You being a fan.
I was in the middle of you talking. I was like, you know what? I'm about to switch.
You being a fan. Ain't no fucking way.
But, because I was just looking at it. It's like, Ginobili was nice.
Nice? That's all you got
nice.
for it?
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, all right. I'll talk about Ginobili. Go ahead. Twisted. Go ahead. Yeah, I know what it is. Duncan. I know what it's about.
He had a team around him.
Go ahead. I got your back, Ginobili.
Yeah. That's all I got on him.
That's your number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Vincent Carter.
Why you got him so high?
I got him so high because he got his team out the first fucking round on like his cousin.
That's true.
His cousin was probably like a 4 to 5 point better score. That's about it. So
You know what it was.
They about the same. They kind of wasn't what. So it's like if I edge Vince anything, it's because Vince helped his team go somewhere out his career. Yeah, disappointed with the Nets, but shit, T-Mac was kind of disappointed with Orlando, even though it was fucking injuries.
I give him. He was disappointed with Houston, but even with that fucking injury.
Yeah, it was injuries too. But if you want to say T-Mac above Vince, I ain't mad about that. Now the separation you got, I'm not down now. I think they're closer than that. Yeah, greatest dunker. 2000 was the year he set off. He had a lot of disappointments. He actually could have challenged the number one if he actually gave a fuck, but he clearly didn't. So
yeah,
he was good with being a dunker. He didn't want to grind hard enough to catch that number one spot. So
man, he could say he was the best bald-headed two guard from North Carolina. I don't know nobody better than him.
He from New York, right?
Who, Vince?
No,
I'm talking about the school, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I know you from Brooklyn.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's where Biggie from?
Biggie from, Brooklyn.
All right. Respect.
That's where Jay-Z from, too.
Oh, never mind. Knocked it down a few notches. Nah, I got respect for G now.
My little partner at work, she from Brooklyn. She mean, too. Shout out to Bree.
Number 4? You had number 4?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Adidas.
Yeah. Get it out the way.
Yeah, you had the blue and whites, the black and whites, red and whites, red and blacks. And the guy who won wasn't too bad himself, That's all I got on him.
There's no fucking way he's better than Ginobili.
Son, hey.
I get the Tim Duncan factor, but I'm not about to sit here and act like Ginobili wasn't deaf.
So if you put Ginobili on the team when he's the lone star, Ginobili gonna be that dude like that? And I hate to play the hypotheticals like that, but it's like
you'll be mad at me for saying this, but I have no reason not to believe that.
Oh, for what?
I mean,
he had Tim Duncan. He had a whole team around him. Not to mention great coaching.
Cool.
T-Mac had Mike Miller and Doc Rivers.
Look, I'm not saying it's a big difference. I'm just saying Ginobili was a big part of the Spurs. I get Tim Duncan was the face, the leader, and everything, but Tim Duncan was the fucking power forward.
So you don't think Mac could do what Ginobili did with the Spurs?
Yes.
It's the same argument we got with LeBron and Magic Johnson.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm not giving in now. I'm just saying let the people decide.
Got Adidas involved in this situation.
I'm going by what they did in the 2000s. I probably edge Ginobili.
Yeah, and it's like I had to go back.
Like better player, of course, yeah.
And that's what I was going because I'm like,
but if you go by player, T-Mac probably the second best on this list. Literally, yeah. If we talking about fuck injuries, we talk about best players straight up. Like full health, no Wazam, like what's up? Check ball, what's up, motherfucker? Put your chain on the line, Wazam.
Oh.
Yeah. I only see one person giving T-Mac a challenge, and T-Mac could beat him. Just being real.
Drop 40 on.
Like T-Mac could beat the number one guy on our list, so
T-Mac's
I went by what Ginobili did, and I'm just like, you know what? Ginobili deserves a little more credit for what he did, man.
And that's why I put him in the top 5. Like, top 5 shooting guard's not bad.
I just think he above T-Mac.
He probably do deserve to be above T-Mac. I'm just letting my fandom get to me.
All right. Well, I did all that because I got Ginobili at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I kind of defended him already, so that Ginobili at 4.
Might have to clip this.
All right. So, I guess we're going to introduce this part because I feel like this is the part where it's going to be controversial or we don't know. Well, we know what number 1 is, 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is, for me, was the back and forth, what you did, why would I pick you, why wouldn't I pick you, and then I came up with a conclusion. But It's not my turn. Who you got number 3?
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne fucking Wade.
And all right, let's get it out the way. Allen Iverson number 2.
Allen Iverson number 2. So I agree. So okay.
What I put into play, I'm like, all right, Wade got the finals. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
You do.
But
finals MVP.
Finals MVP. He shot 87 free throws, but he got there. He got the championship.
Mm-hmm.
After that one, he ain't do shit till LeBron. I mean, he had that 09, I think it was 09, 10 season.
Yeah.
But I felt like he should have been MVP. It might have been 08, 09. One of them years, I felt like he should have been MVP. It was one of the years LeBron got it. But outside of that, it was a lot of 30-game seasons, like 40-game seasons. It's like he was hurt a lot to where it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just say it. LeBron kind of saved his career.
He did, and I didn't want to count that part yet.
Yeah,
I was trying to see, okay, what can I what can I do with what they did in the decade of 2000? So, obviously had a case to be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
If one for Shaq, big ass,
yeah.
You know, it obviously had a case to be the best player in the league, better than Tim Duncan and Kobe. And Iverson literally was one of the most feared players in the NBA.
The dude had to score 40 just for his team to be down 10.
So yeah, MVP of the league with with 3 top 10 players all time in the league. That's woo. And I hate to say it, I don't really respect Finals MVP too much because I know that's a 7-game thing. I like playoff MVP better, but you know, hey, shoot me in the foot for having great ideas.
Just looking at the discrepancy of him versus his next score, like his MVP season, 31.1 points per game. His next top score was Aaron McKee at 12.7. And it's like, they built that team around, like, yep, obviously you about to shoot 30 shots a game, and we just going to play some defense, and we're going to go from there.
Now, here's the ironic part. Iverson's decline was the rise of D-Wade. So it's kind of split on their rise, but I think Iverson's peak was higher than Dwayne Wade's peak. So
yeah.
Because nobody can tell me about that fucking 06 season from Dwayne Wade till the finals. So I don't hear none of that bullshit about, Dwayne Wade did it. No. If we was into that fucking season before the playoffs started, y'all would have been riding on Dwayne Wade. Mm-hmm. I don't hear none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Voting on Cleveland like everybody else do, being safe. Oh, go to Cleveland. Well, no, it was Boston before then. It was Cleveland and what? Shit, 06. Detroit still. Yeah, so, yeah, y'all still riding on them teams. I don't hear that Dwayne Wade was doing his thing. That was a shocker to everybody. Even though Shaq was on the squad, nobody thought Dwayne Wade was going to be like that. So, anyway, Iverson peak was better. Iverson beat the fucking unbeatable 0-1 Lakers. Everybody try to ride to say they're the best team in the NBA, like myself.
Got a game off. Nobody else was able to
My
do
stupid
that.
ass think they're the greatest team of all time. You know, better than Jordan Bulls, better than KD and Steph Warriors. Yeah, I think they're the best team. And yeah, Iverson got a game out them. So, I give it to Iverson.
Just imagine how great the 0-1 Lakers would have been if they had Kyle Lowry. You talking about undefeated now. They probably 82-0.
Kyle Lowry?
Kyle Lowry.
Nah.
I was listening to that episode earlier. It was like, what's the difference between Fisher and Kyle Lowry?
Oh, I'm about to say, that's a short on TikTok and YouTube. You didn't see it?
That's probably what I was listening to.
I
went through all them shorts today.
Hey, that got some fucking love on TikTok. Well, I like
Lowry. That's why people fuck with Kyle Lowry.
I think because I hashtag Drake and D-Fish. You know, and knew Matt Barnes, you know, he probably peeped out. He was like, he want to make sure what's going on. Nothing, no nonsense, you know.
In this generation, like ass. Kyle Lowry got a lot of ass, apparently. They always talk about how thick he is. I noticed the Adidas, you know.
I know it's the haircut.
What's wrong with the man haircut?
It's not there.
When he going bald?
He in fucking Miami. Like, come on now. You see what Jimmy Butler doing. You got to put heart into your hairstyle.
Jimmy Butler, unbelievable.
Jimmy Butler out here. And he smiling in everybody's face. Like, yeah. Y'all not doing shit like this.
Like you had them short ass twists in your head last week.
Number 1 on the list. Y'all knew what it was when y'all clicked on this episode, man. Kobe Bryant.
Black Mamba.
R.I.P. to the GOAT. In my book, you know. It is what it is. We can argue all day. And I ain't gonna
argue with your mom.
I ain't gonna be convinced. Y'all can see all the stats, all the advanced stats, all the fucking yada yada.
6-0 in the finals.
Give a fuck. Give a fuck. Kobe's number 1 shooting guard 2000s. What can I go through? What, the 81 point performances, the 50 point performances, the 60 point performances, the what?
Straight 40 point performances.
The 4 championships. He had Shaq. Okay, that's how the fucking dice was rolled. Then, bitch, like, I'm tired of y'all saying that. Like, okay, he had Shaq on the squad. Next, you know, he bounced back and won one more before the decade was out, and then won one more before when the decade kicked in. But I ain't gonna go that far.
Should have won 3 in a row.
But
should have 6 championships.
But look, Allen Iverson had to admit, Dwayne Wade had to admit, all these dudes already acknowledged. Trace McGrady, Vince Carter, all these dudes acknowledged. Maybe not Ginobili, but you know, Ginobili got his own country to back him up, so I'll be cocky too.
Kobe ain't fucking with me.
Yeah, Argentina probably like, oh, no, Kobe nice, but Manu.
We know so Kobe catch no back.
Right, so yeah, I can see that. But as far as Kobe, I don't even understand. He made an All-Star all those years. I mean, to me, he took over the league in around 04, 05.
05.
Sure, okay. If you want to give Shaq 04, that's fine. But I'm 04, I probably would have edged Kobe. And then, yes, remained the best player till 2009, 2010, in that area. Mm-hmm. And so if he was the best player in the league, of course he's going to be the best player on our list.
Not to mention LeBron was at home that day he dropped 81, and he was telling everybody Kobe was going to score 81.
He said that?
Yeah, you know, I think LeBron probably played that night, but, you know.
I mean, look.
He lied a lot.
Damn. That's really a meme now.
Yeah.